All right, here we go. Good morning, everybody. Oh, I got a flickering light. Hold on. There we go. Fix that. Let's go ahead and screen share. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, my peeps. Hope everybody's doing great. Hope everybody's having a great day. Let me say hello to everybody, and we will get started. All right. Let's just say hello to everybody here. Got a lot of people here today. Hey, Vivice, Ivano, Javad. Good morning, Javad. Thank you so much for that reminder. Jean, thank you for the Facebook pics. Jill, thank you always for the nice words. Robert, Vernon, Lydia, Devin, Joy, or Sean. I don't know to call you Sean or Joy. You got three different names. I call you Joy, Corey, and Sean sometimes. Jody, Kevin, Steve, Brian, good morning. Haven't heard from you in a while. I hope you've been doing well. Let me know how life has been treating you, Brian. And hopefully you're enjoying those shoes I recommended. Cam, good morning to you. Wayne, Jeff, I don't think I saw you yesterday, Jeff. I hope you're doing okay. Art, Kim, Kyong, Kurt, Stan, Rick, Eduardo, Dave, Tom, Robert, Martin. Good morning, Martin. Hope New York is treating you well. I had a really nice time there. And thank you for the nice email. Timothy, Wade, Santiago. Good morning, Santiago. Donald, Stephen. Got a lot of people here today. I got to back up here. I'm losing my track here. Stephen, JB, Rachel. Good morning, Rachel. Good morning. I love to see the name Rachel. My youngest daughter's name is Rachel. Jesse, good morning. Richard, good morning, Richard. Delbert, Stacy, Ricky, Illinois grain farmer, Mark, Penny, Harold, cheese grade farmer, Rich, Sherman, Pat, CJ, Matt, Deanna, Henry, Matt, Wardog, Geothi, Arnolfo, Victoria, Doris, Jody, JB, Steely, Dave, Duzzy, William, Genevieve, Bob, Scotty, Naples fan, James, Bill, Christian, Lawrence, Jeff had an early errand. Oh, I understand. I listened in the car. Very nice. Notes were scarce, but your read helped me greet. Very nice. Very nice. I'm so happy to hear that, Jeff. Lewis, Tony, you're welcome, Tony. You're welcome. Ralph, Peter, Carrie, Dollar Bill, Rick. Good morning, Rick. Good morning. Good morning. I responded to your email yesterday, by the way. Some of those tickers I wasn't really familiar with, you know? So, just a few things really quickly. We already got a couple of hundred people here. We're going to get started in just a second. I haven't seen Bob or Dr. Serena. Oh, there's Bob. Good morning, Bob. I hope your back feels better. Good morning. It's Hump Day. Now, a few words of a few things. If you're here, if you're watching for the first time or not, make sure to go to the HD tab. Sometimes even I find that it likes to stream at 720, which is not really great. You should move this to 1080. Force it to 1080, even if you're using a small phone, because you'll be able to see the quality much, much better. The quality will be better. And while you guys are there, if you don't mind, only if I'm benefiting you, please put a thumbs up. I'm going to cheat and give myself a thumbs up. Only do it one time. If you do it more than once, it'll erase. Also, a little bit of bad news. I have to leave about 20 minutes early today, so I'm going to go a little faster than usual. And the reason I need to leave a little earlier is because my crown, my dentist, the crown came, and he's going to put on the crown this morning. So I'm going to be the king for the a king for the day. So he's going to put a crown on, and then I'm going to go to work right afterwards. I imagine it's only going to take about an hour, so I have to get it done because I need to have my tooth. So I will be going to the doctor at 8:40 today. I will be cutting this about 20 minutes short, so we'll have to go extra fast today. Okay? So no disharmony. Good morning, Frank, Don, Jayhawk fan, Keyhawk fan. We got Jayhawk, Keyhawk fan, Chad. Peggy, Bob, Edgar, Eagle Beagle's here. Eagle Beagle, Karen's here, Mitch is here, Dana's here, Gaston. Hey, Gaston, good to see you. Good to see you, Gaston. Javad, yeah, thank you, Javad. Rosalind, Cam. No, different tooth. It's right here. The one I bit with my tooth was my front tooth. That just took a few weeks to feel better. This thing is. I need a crown. Thank you, Bob, Richard. It's a coronation day for you. You're too funny, Ralph and Bob. Thank you guys. Thank you. You're welcome, Parker. You're welcome. You're welcome. So let's talk about the market. First of all, I will be doing a day trading class today. Folks, Moody's downgraded America's credit ratings for the first time since 1917. And the market is about to whip around a lot. I have a class at 1:30. It will be a day trading class. Here is the link for that. Let me give you that. All right. I will be in my VIP room. Yesterday, what I've been doing in the VIP room every day, and it's been very helpful, I've been taking questions that you guys have been answering, that you've been asking, not answering, and I've been trying to give them to you every day. Like for today, for example, let me tell you what I'm going to be covering in the VIP room, and I just posted the link, and I'll give you the link to Customer Service Live in just a minute. I am sorry I'm going fast, but I have a dentist appointment at 9 o'clock, and it takes me about 10 minutes to get out of here, another 5 minutes to get there. So I'm going to talk about difference in technical analysis between day trading and swing trading. Very important, okay? I'm going to talk about counter trend trading, the upside and the downside. I'm going to talk about good time period to measure correlation and why short-term is not advisable. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about key ways to measure momentum on multiple time frames. That's a bonus session you guys do not want to miss. And I'm going to talk about how to use ATRs for your stop losses. So, counter trend trading, day trading, and swing trading, good time to measure correlation, how to measure momentum on multiple time frames, how to use ATR to determine your stop loss and why it can keep you away from random noise, and the fastest moving stocks. Now, who's going to miss that? That's happening at noon today. Here's the link again for that in case you missed it. And then let me give you a link to our favorite people in this company, Customer Service Live, the Gustavo and Cam show, the folks that make our life easier. And don't forget Jax the Dobie. He makes an appearance once in a while. Hey, Murray, good morning. Cheers. What was yeah, that was so sad. My father loved that show. Ted Danza was my dad's client, and he used to give him tickets to go. So my father had an auto shop on Melrose Boulevard, 2 blocks away from Paramount Studios. And all of the stars, Ted Danza, the guy from Sopranos, they were all his clients. The guy from Married with Children, and he used to get tickets to the previews. So, and Taxi, and anyway, Cheers and Taxi, all those shows, he used to go live. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. Happy birthday, Eduardo. Happy birthday to you, Eduardo. Happy birthday. Wishing you all the best, Eduardo. All the best. All right, let's get started. Folks, what are the catalysts for today? Oh, that's fine, Helen. Just rewind it. What's the catalysts for today? Come on, guys. I have to be a little bit on fast forward because I only have 40 minutes today. Okay. Oh, great. All right. Possibly. Let's see. Treasury yield, geopolitical tension, blue chip stocks retreated. Great show. Hilarious. No, they were the best shows. Tax bill, comments from the debt, impact of today bonds, TGT, treasury yield rising, tech sector weakness. I'm going to tell you guys, not all of you are getting them right or getting all of them, but you're doing a hell of a lot better than you were doing 3 months ago. So let's continue. You guys are doing semiconductor, bonds are down. I worked at Paramount Studios for a couple of months before they moved up to Century City. Now, this was the Melrose location. He had a shop right across the cemetery on Santa Monica, which is north of the studio. Hollywood Forever. Anybody who lives in LA, you guys know Hollywood Forever. My dad's shop was right across the street from Hollywood Forever, between Western and Vine off of Santa Monica. All right, let's continue. All right. Uh, Consumer weakness. Believe it or not, the majority of you got it right. So I'm not going to spend a bunch of time on this because I have so much to talk about today. But let me give you the catalyst. Now, to be fair, I write them all out right here on top, right here, so that I don't cheat because I don't want to cheat. I don't want to say something that may be a catalyst that you guys found that I didn't. Okay, so let me tell you what they are. Okay, global political tension, Israel, Palestine, number one. Credit crunch, retail earnings, Target, TJ Maxx. You guys got all that right. Pan W, bond market, USD dollar. So global. I think cumulatively, you guys all got it right. I think cumulatively, you guys all got it right. Cumulatively, you guys got it right. It's not so much the Moody's in play. It's the fallout, Ralph, from the Moody's that's in play. The Moody's just did this. Like somebody standing and they're deciding if they want to jump out of a building or not, and Moody's passed by and went like this. Pow. Kind of. So, Israel, here's what I wrote. Israel and global political tension, Israel, credit crunch, TJ Maxx Target equals retail earnings. And again, I'm writing it right here. I don't know if you guys could see it, but I wrote it. I literally wrote it, writing it down right there on top, from top to bottom, right here. There's Israel, credit crunch, Target, TJ Maxx. You could see it right here, right here. I wrote it right there. So I want you guys to know I actually write it down so that I don't cheat. So when I say Israel, global tension, Palestine, Israel, credit crunch equals bond market, US dollar, TJ Maxx, Target, retail sales, Pan W. The only one you guys missed might have been Pan W, but I did see tech weakening. So I think most of you got them. And I think the majority of you got them cumulatively. You guys all got them. Now, notice the Dow's down 300 points. Notice NASDAQ is down 120 points, right? Okay. Please don't mention the stock that I went long in the pit yesterday. Please do not mention the stock that I went long in the pit yesterday. But I want you guys, if you're in the pit, I want you guys to look at your alert. And I want you to read my logic for giving you that trade yesterday. Oh, actually, no. Look what I wrote at 4:59 yesterday. Here's what I wrote. Name of the stock closed slightly lower and is up overnight. I believe there's a good chance for increased weakness in the overall market next few sessions, which is beneficial for defensive stocks like, and it's in the healthcare sector. I'll tell you at least that. So I went long yesterday, a stock, and one of the reasons is because it's defensive. And I wrote that to you before 5 p.m. yesterday. So it wasn't something I decided to do right now. Okay. It's something that I decided. Please don't mention it for the sake of the fact that people have the pit. By the way, HG, I made a note to make sure that Matt gets back to you today. He was really busy. He will get back to you today no matter what. Okay, HG? I didn't forget about you. We've been just really, really busy. Okay? I apologize about that. And by the way, you're doing fantastic. HG is doing fantastic. Alpha Zone Pro and HG are getting along very, very. Folks have been doing really well with Alpha Zone Pro, like really well with Alpha Zone Pro. So very, very good. And I did say go small size. When the pit going to be live today? Received the link, but not the time. What? When is the pit going live? Pit never goes live. Pit is live every day, full all day long, 24/7 in the Telegram channel. What about impact from oil? That I'll get into that as well. I'll get into that as well. But I wanted to give you the catalysts. Remember what I said, folks. I'm going to tell you something. If somebody comes and starts talking about the market, well, I'm going to give you a market analysis, and they don't tell you what the major catalysts are, then what the hell? It's like, you know what it's like doing? It's like imagine this. You live in New York, You're watching the Weather Channel and they're giving you the weather for California or Canada. How the hell is that going to help you? So you make sure whoever you watch, and I'm not telling you only watch me. I know you guys cheat and watch others as well. You make sure that whatever they're telling you, they're always letting you know what the catalysts are. Because if you don't know what the catalysts are, then how are you going to know what's driving the market at any given time? Hasn't it been helpful for you guys? Haven't it? Hasn't it been helpful to you guys uh, 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 to know what the catalysts are? That way you could, it's like watching a show and seeing, okay, well, we're watching a show. The show has these 10 people, but this is the couple that's fighting. And that's the couple that's getting along. And that way you can really gauge what's moving what. Wasn't it helpful to see semiconductors yesterday to know that was the catalyst? I was looking at those semiconductors all day yesterday. Okay. So again, just want to make sure you guys, I want to make sure you guys always, whoever you're watching, it doesn't have to be me. I know you guys watch others. It's okay. I'm perfectly good with that. I'm pretty confident in my abilities. But please make sure whoever you're watching is giving you the catalysts. If you're not getting the catalysts, then you don't know what the players are. Okay? All right. So, news for today. News for today. We have petroleum status report at 10:30. Usually, this would have some impact, but in light of the Middle East debacle, I don't think it will. I think this is going to be overrun by the fundamental news. We've got Barkin speaking today, okay, and we have a 20-year Treasury auction at 1 p.m. Folks, if you're day trading folks, for everybody who's day trading, anybody who's day trading, okay, anybody who's day trading today, okay, please remember you're having a 20-year auction and buyback results at 1 and 2 o'clock and Fed speakers. If you are day trading today, please remember you're going to get volatility at 12, at 1, and at 2. It could be random, but you gotta watch it. There you go, Murray. All right. So, folks, if you're day trading, put this on your calendar. If you see some unusual volatility at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and 2 o'clock, don't be surprised. Okay. For all of you day traders out there. Otherwise, I think most of the news is pretty much priced in. Okay. Bond market. Well, I hate to say this, and this is really, really sad. Okay, this is not making me happy. I don't want to be right. I want to be wrong. I want bonds up here, not bonds down here. But this is really negative for us, folks. This changes the sentiment quite a bit. Murray, this increases that credit card debt on all the credit cards. I got to tell you, I'm really upset. I did not know that credit cards were nearly as high as they were because I don't pay any credit card. My wife takes care of all the bills and we pay them off right away. But I've learned from talking to you guys that credit card uh, payments, it's usury. I mean, it should be that's something that now instead of going for some nonsense, he should be putting these credit cards. He should be executive. Or I'm going to talk to Kevin about this. This is bullshit. These credit cards. This has to stop. This is illegal. This is just so wrong. Okay. Wrong. Like really bad. Like you guys should not be paying more than 10, 12%. Okay. Not 25 or 30%. That's crazy. That's crazy, crazy, crazy. That should be illegal. I think 20 years from now, we're going to be looking at that and saying that this was just totally illegal. Okay. Illegal. So I think the credit cards are way too high, but this is very bad and this is not going to help anybody. This is actually going to put weakness. And this is one of the reasons why blue chips and everything is off today, because we're now breaking the lows here. And that's very bad. Very, very bad. Yeah, both Target, TJ Maxx, and Pan W, they are putting pressure on the market. Target and TJ Maxx. Target is a major retailer. All the retailers look at Target. All the retailers. Remember yesterday, KLAC, not the biggest company, but huge market cap. Target is the same thing. Target equals KLAC. It's a biggie. It's a biggie. All right. So there's a cap put on rates. Credit accessibility will be restricted. They got to do something, Jeff. They got to do something. It's insane. This is insane. Exactly what Richard just said. Listen to what he just said. It's crazy, and I'm not blaming anybody for this. It's just this has to end. I mean, this is America. This is not a third world country. All right. So bonds are breaking down. Very bad for everything across the board. This is very, very bad. And by the way, I want to show you this is the first time we've been here since 23. And we don't usually stay here very long, but look at how quickly we went down. We're going a little slower now. So this is very worrisome. This is very, very worrisome. Of course, Jeff. It's crazy. It's crazy. Folks, I think it's not bad. I think it's craziness. I think if we look at it hard enough, I think we're just being taken advantage of like there's no tomorrow. Hey, Ray, how are you? Loan sharks, right? I mean, what's the difference between? Hey, you know what? You know what, Richard? I watch a lot of the old mobster movies. The mobsters in the old days weren't as bad as the credit companies right now. You know. Anyway, just I don't want to get into it. My 5 cents, my rant for the day. Okay. So this is very, very bad. What else is bad? The fact that U.S. dollar is now coming to this line right here. Remember, I drew this trend line for you, and I told you that if we're on this side of the wall, we're doing much better. If we're on this side of the wall, we're doing much worse. And I drew this red line for you to show you where the dollar is. We're now below par. So U.S. equities, it's not as attractive to investors to put their money into equities. Me too, Helen. I always pay them off every month. But this is. I think I'm going to go into the business of being a loan shark if this goes on. The next level for the bond market is right here. For the U.S. dollar is 98.94, 98.94. I'm going to draw a little line here. I'm going to tell you, very few things piss me off as much as the debt. My mom moved with me to her credit card balance, $10,000 at 29. Your mom, 91 years old, and she's got to pay 29% interest rates. See, they should do something for senior citizens. That's wrong. Discipline yourself or someone else. Oh, God. Mm, 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 mm. Ah, terrible, terrible, terrible. Anyways, folks, once we break down this level right here, which is at 98.57, all bets are off. They're kind of off right now since we're below a par. But this is very, very bad. This is very, very, very bad. Yeah, Clyde will be my enforcer, Murray, right? All right, crude oil. Crude oil is not really doing anything right now. I'm still looking for a bear. I'm looking for something that has volatility in oil so I can do an iron condor because I think we're going to be in this range between 65 and 60 for the foreseeable future. If anything, I don't think we're going to break above 65, especially with the bond market and yield where it is right now. And I think we're just going to stay in this range. I don't think anything crazy is going to happen. If you guys know of a good iron condor on an energy related stock, please let me know. Okay, I'm all ears. I'm looking for something that has good implied volatility here and here. I wouldn't mind taking advantage of this. Or if you guys see something that has a good iron condor, that's a good place to do it. Gold. All right. So gold is now above the 8-day EMA. You guys may or may not. Desi says the high rates affect low income people. Of course, of course. How about senior citizens? How about not low income people? How about people on a budget? Right? It's terrible. It's horrible. I mean, I think honestly, I think that we've gone a little overboard. Okay. I think the U.S. and now we have to have it because we need the money. So, all right. So I've told you guys many, many times what I think about the gold market. I told you it's okay to start loading up here. And I told you that it would be a good idea to start really getting more into it when we're above the 8-day EMA. Right now, we're above the 8-day EMA. If you're holding gold, if you bought gold here, congratulations for being patient. Now it's time to load a little bit more up. The next upload is going to be after today, is going to be if and when we get above 33.48. Profit target on all of these shenanigans is at 34.62. Okay, so it's okay to have a little bit of a position here. It's okay to add a little bit more here. The next level to add would be at 33.46. 33.46 with a profit target at 34.54. I think it's going to be kind of hard for us to get through this level till we really consolidate here. So I would start unloading it. Capiche? Does everybody understand what I'm saying? Credit cards don't care about any of that. I know they don't, but I do. It's just sad. It's sad, and I think we're arguing about all these interest rate things where we should be looking in how to lower our interest rates instead of causing us to pay more money because of these tariffs. Anyway, my 5 cents. The charge for an ATM machine could be usury class action too, probably. Anyway, I don't mean to work you guys up over this, but anyway, 1:30, I'll be doing a day trading class. There's a lot of volatility. A lot of folks are using Alpha Zone Pro very successfully. Here is VIP room where I'll be talking here for all of you who are new here or just coming in. Here's what I'll be talking about today in the VIP room. Let me just say it really quickly. Difference in technical analysis between day trading and swing trading, counter trend trading, upside and downside. Good time to measure correlation. A lot of you will be surprised at the time frame I use. A key way to measure momentum on multiple time frames. That's going to be very important. How to use ATR to determine your stop loss level, keep you away from the noise, and fastest moving stocks. All right. I posted the link a few seconds ago. Here it is again. And customer service live. Let me get you guys that. Cam and Gustavo show. Here you guys go. All right. TLT doesn't have as much correlation with volatility. It's more of a stock thing. I'll talk about that in a second, Jeff. Bitcoin is looking good, but we are at resistance. Are you going to be buying Bitcoin here? No. You're going to wait for Bitcoin to get above this level. See, we have resistance here. Look. Aren't you glad you're watching this? You're actually seeing resistance levels. Here. See, there's a resistance here. We got to break this level before going up. We got to break this and then test it. There will be AZP. There will be. I'll be making some next week. There will be. It's only 5 hours now. There'll be more like 7 hours when I'm done. Okay? So be careful. We are at resistance on Bitcoin. There's very strong resistance. We need to get past this. We need to go up, test it, and then go higher. China's actually looking okay. China doesn't seem to be too worried about these tariffs. Funny enough, they're looking okay. They're above the 8-day EMA again. They tested the 8-day, and now they're coming right back. Okay. Graham said he thinks it's about to explode. Okay. Well, I'm telling you that we're at resistance right now. And if we don't get past, we need to get past this area first before we explode. Okay. Did Graham mention that there's resistance right here? That resistance needs to pass before we explode, right? It's nice to know that there's above you, right? I'll let you know. I'll let you guys all know. All right. All right. Let's talk about the market today. And I remember I got to leave in 10 minutes, so I got to be quick here. Treasury yield continues to rise on worries on U.S. government debt. That's not increasing VIX, the stock market's VIX, because think about this. Think about this, guys. Stock market measures the S&P 500 add the money options. Okay. All right. Treasury yield marched higher on Wednesday as investors closely watch negotiations over the budget bill, federal deficit, Moody's downgrade. It's all a big credit crunch. That's why I called it credit crunch. I didn't really itemize it today. I just called it credit crunch. CNN reported U.S. intelligence indicated Israel may be preparing a strike. That's what's driving oil prices right now, not the report. Geopolitical tension, by the way, is the worst thing for the market. Global news is much worse than local news because global news impacts global markets, okay? Uh, Remember yesterday I told you the chip stocks. And by the way, once you know the catalysts, reading this becomes a lot more enjoyable. I told you yesterday to watch one particular chip stock, and what did chips do yesterday? They caused heaviness in the market, right? Healthcare stocks are moving higher. They're defensive. Why do you think I bought a healthcare stock yesterday? I even wrote yesterday, I think the market's going to cool off. I'm going long the strongest healthcare stock. Why do you think I did that? Okay. Fed. Oh, I love reading this. This is better than reading than the popcorn previews. Just remember, as I read this, 10 days, 11 days, no, 12 days ago, there was no clouds in the sky. Tariffs are likely to put pressure on U.S. economy and soften the labor market. Gee, why didn't you say that 11 days ago? Why didn't you say that 11 days ago? Even after the de-escalation of the tariff seems to have a significant impact on near-term economic outlook. You didn't say that when you didn't lower rates 2 weeks ago, buddy. Reiterated, since tariffs are just likely to cause temporary inflation as they spark more persistent inflation, the Fed should refrain from committing to rate cuts to support the economy. I agree with him on that. But again, that was the same situation 12 days ago. Dolly stated, that's what she said, and emphasized central banks can remain patient. That's right. Evaluate incoming data. You did say that 12 days ago. Making policy changes as economy faces elevated uncertainty. What? There was no clouds in the sky 12 days ago. Bostic said that uncertainty, you notice now there's a lot of uncertainty. 12 days ago, there was no uncertainty, folks, but now there's a lot of uncertainty, you see. Foreign investors pull back from U.S. markets. Wow. I didn't hear you say that 12 days ago. And potential for tax cuts could prompt central bank to postpone interest. Where was all this news 12 days ago, buddy? Where was all this 12 days ago? 94% chance they're not going to do anything. They're not going to do anything till September. Well, I said July, August, September. So Morgan Stanley boosted U.S. equities to overweight, climbed to 6,500. This is having zero impact on the market right now because everybody's focused on global economy and bonds. Monetary Fund First Deputy Manager, U.S. fiscal deficit are excessively large, and nation must address it ever increasing debt burden. Just to add a little salt to the wound, right? This is a lot more important than this takes a lot more precedence over this. You know why? Because this is about the market, not about the stock market. This is about bond market. Any news about bond market, anything that will affect the bond market is 100 times more impactful than news that impacts the stock market because the bond market's 1,000 times bigger than the stock market. We talked already about Target and Lowe's this morning and TJ Maxx. Lowe's is actually up, but nonetheless, retail earnings are soft. Crude oil inventories, they're going to take a back seat uh, to this geopolitical tension. They always do. Although oil is not really moving much right now, Europe is holding up pretty well. They're only down 0.27. They're down, but randomly pulling back from a 2-month high. Investors digested hotter than expected U.S. inflation. Retail stocks led decline. Retail, very bad. And remember, folks, I got to get out of here in less than 10 minutes. China closed higher on optimism that the country can withstand the effects of trade war, which is funny because we blinked first. I think this is ironic. I think it's ironic that they're waiting for us instead of us waiting for them. And they're telling our president that, hey, you live in a global economy, not a U.S. economy anymore, buddy. I think the global economy has made it pretty clear that U.S. is not driving the boat anymore. Nikkei gave up earlier gains and ended lower. I think one lesson from all of this, I hope that our president learns this, is that USA, this is not 1960s. USA is not the boss anymore. USA is driven by what makes America great is global economy. And if you cut off global economy, America's not going to be as great. And what America needs to be great again is the world coming together, not breaking it apart. And if you don't believe what I just said, folks, then you haven't been watching the news in the last couple of months. Nikkei gave up, or we need to work together, all of us together, the world, okay? I know what I'm saying is really crazy, right? Global economy. Global economy. All right, stocks, Pan W. This is this is like KLAC yesterday, but this is for networks. This is a very big networking stock. There are a lot of big networking companies. Fortinet, CrowdStrike, Pan W, very much influenced by this stock. Take Two, not as big as Pan W, but in the same ballpark. Keys Technology got upgraded. I'm not really that familiar with this stock. Toll Brothers climbed, really good for housing market. We'll see how that goes. Now, I told you yesterday that I'm expecting volatility to I'm expecting speculative sectors to start going down and global sectors to start going up. Let's take a look if Uncle Roger was right and wrong. I got about 5 minutes left here. Well, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's see if I was right or if I was wrong. Remember yesterday? Semiconductor, Bitcoin, technology, industrial, communication. I told you I'm expecting these to come down here and blue chips to come up here. Well, that was Monday. Let's take a look today. Hey, what do you know? I think they must have been watching our show yesterday. Utilities, consumer retail, healthcare. Where is my Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Semiconductors were up here. Yesterday, KLAC came with bad numbers. I told you that semiconductors were going to come down here. Let's take a look. Hey, what if you knew a day in advance the chips and all the techs were going to come down and well, you did. I told you that was yesterday. That was yesterday. You should rewatch the video if you don't remember me telling you that. I said I expect all of these speculative stocks to come down and the defensive stock to start coming up. One day later, technology's down here, not up here, down here. Do you guys remember? It was only 24 hours ago that we had this session. It pays to listen to Uncle Roger. Is technology leading now? Is speculative leading now? No. No. It's starting to come off. Its market is becoming fragmented again. What happens when markets become fragmented? You don't have strong directional bias. Do you remember HG yesterday? I said this. You can rewatch the tape if you guys want, if you don't believe me. All right. So I got to do this quickly. QQQ going to hit the 8-day EMA and eventually break this low and come down here. SPY will break this low. Jeff, when SPY comes and hits this area right here, VIX is going to be at 20, I said. When SPY comes down to this area right here, volatility will go up to 20. Now look at SMH right now. Which way is it pointing? See how we're already heading there? Look at QQQ. We're heading there right now. We don't have momentum anymore. We're heading, same thing I'm expecting with QQQ. As this goes down, volatility will go up. Capiche? Now, I'm expecting us to weaker and start hitting the 8-day EMA on all the major indices. The Dow Jones, I don't want to be late for my crown. The Dow Jones is already there. And what's the Russell 2000? IWM is already there too. Now we're waiting for MAGs to come down here. And as soon as MAGs break this level and go down to about 50ish right here, you're going to see VIX come up very, very hard. Okay? Spike up. Let me give you stocks that I'm looking at right now, and I got to get out of here. Downside, HP. I don't want to miss my appointment. ARE, WLK, WMG. That's the Bronfman's brothers company here. LNTH. I am sorry that I'm going fast. I just can't afford to miss my appointment. PSFE. PSFE. You're going to see a lot more shorts tomorrow than today, I think. VTR. This is a possible A line to the downside. It needs to break this level. I would be careful with this stock. Too much stuff here. Let me delete this. Delete. And that's the short side. Let me give you the long side now. Boeing, TRI, eBay, GEV. I like GEV. AL, air leasing. This is an interesting company, I thought. CTVA. I like this one a lot, actually. Circle this. ATRO. Nice looking stock right there. CP. And possibly Dollar Tree and Dollar General, especially with this decline in the market right now. Okay, let me give you links, and I got to get out of here. Folks, at 1:30, I'm going to have a very cool day trading class for you. I would hate for you guys to miss it. It's going to be brand new. VIP room at noon, where I'll be talking about a lot of really cool things. I wouldn't be doing anything with VIX right now, guys. And don't forget, Customer Service Live, Cam and Gustavo show, the best place to be. And Jax the Boberman makes it there too. All right, I'm late by a minute. I will see you guys later. Have a fantastic day. I'm going to the dentist to get my crown, and I'll see you guys in about at 10:30, 11 o'clock from the office. I'll telegram you as soon as I get to the office, okay? Bye, everybody. Have a great morning, and I'll be in the whole day. I just got to get to the dentist. Bye. Have a great day. Thank you, Jill. Better late than never from Puente. Hey, Richard, I went over all the goodies. You should watch the replay. My crown awaits. Bye, guys. Thank you, Carlos. I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Folks, downside, upside, only defensive stocks, consumer staples, utilities,